Thank you, everybody. Great to see you. We're doing things nobody's ever seen before. It's huge and it starts right now. Peace for the Middle East. It's a beautiful phrase, and we hope it's going to come true. But it's very close, and they're doing very well. We have a great team over there, great negotiators, and unfortunately, great negotiators on the other side also. But it's something, I think, that will happen. Quite a good chance of happening. I may go there sometime toward the end of the week, maybe Sunday actually, and we'll see. But there's a very good chance. The negotiations are going along very well. We're dealing with Hamas, and many of the countries, as you know, we have Muslim. All of the Muslim countries are included. All of the Arab countries are included, and very rich countries, and some that are not so rich. But just about everybody is included. It's never happened before. Nothing like that's ever happened before. And our final negotiation, as you know, is with Hamas. And it seems to be going well. So we'll let you know, if that's the case. We'll be leaving probably on Sunday, maybe Saturday, maybe a little later than Saturday evening. But that seems to be our schedule. It should be clear to all Americans that we have a very serious left-wing terror threat in our country. Radicals associated with the domestic terror group Antifa that you've heard a lot about lately. And I've heard a lot about them for 10 years. And other far-left extremists have been carrying out a campaign of violence against ICE agents and other officials charged with enforcing federal law. In Chicago, anarchists have surveilled at least 4 local ICE facilities and posted diagrams of the buildings online, meaning nothing but bad, accompanied by photos of specific ICE agents that they're targeting. One, in particular, who's a top person and a great patriot. In July, approximately a dozen Antifa-aligned militants stormed the ICE facility in Texas and then lured officers out of the building before firing dozens of rounds at police. And they were crazy, frankly, shooting one Texas officer in the neck. And in Portland, Oregon, Antifa thugs have repeatedly attacked our offices and laid siege to federal property in an attempt to violently stop the execution of federal law. Everything we're doing is very lawful. What they're doing is not lawful. And what the governor and the mayor of Portland, and certainly of Chicago, are doing is not lawful either. What they're doing, they have to be very careful. In addition, 2 weeks ago, a radical left terrorist in Dallas conducted a sniper attack on a local ICE facility, killing 2 people and leaving behind a note that read, "Hopefully, this will give ICE agents some real terror. It's bad. Really bad." This attack came the very same month that Charlie Kirk was assassinated by a far-left extremist who inscribed the words, "Hey fascist, catch," meaning catch the bullet, onto the bullet shell itself. The epidemic of left-wing violence and Antifa-inspired terror has been escalating for nearly a decade. At universities, Antifa has organized riotous mobs to attack campus speakers. I see it all the time. These are agitators, anarchists, and they're paid. And you'll find that out. You'll be finding it out very soon. You should see what we have on these people. These are bad people. These are people that want to destroy our country. We're not going to let it happen. They've used armed gangs to assault local police in cities nationwide, and they've attacked journalists reporting on their crimes. So the journalists that reporting their crimes, don't worry, you're very safe. I hope that's not going to turn you around. But they have been very threatening to people. But we're going to be very threatening to them. Far more threatening to them than they ever were with us. And that includes the people that fund them. Probably some of the people I know, some of the people I dine with. But if they do, they're in deep trouble. So we're going to be looking very strongly at the people that are funding these operations. When you see the signs, and they're all made out of a beautiful, beautiful paper. Beautiful, nice, stiff, very expensive paper. With beautiful wood handles, all the same colour. They come from very expensive printing machines. There are people that write out their signs in a basement who actually believe in something. These are paid anarchists. At least 3 of these courageous journalists have personally been victims of Antifa attacks. Andy has been repeatedly beaten by Antifa thugs for his work. And cool. And Andy is a very serious person too, I have to tell you. I've been watching him for a long time. Is Andy here? That's what I thought. Hello, Andy. I thought that was you. You're looking better than you do out on the streets. Much better. It's nice to have you. You feel a little safer here, I think, maybe. Well, not that safe because you have them. You have to worry about that. But thank you very much. Andy has been repeatedly beaten by Antifa, including one assault that left him with a brain hemorrhage. Only days ago, Nick Sauter was assaulted in Portland by a flag-burning mob. And we've made it. 1-year penalty for inciting riots. We took the freedom of speech away, because that's been through the courts. And the court said, you have freedom of speech. But what has happened is, when they burn a flag, it agitates and irritates crowds. They've never seen anything like it, on both sides. And you end up with riots. So, we're going on that basis. We're looking at it, not from the freedom of speech, which I always felt strongly about, but never passed the courts. This is what they do. They incite. When you burn an American flag, you incite tremendous violence. We have many examples of it, many examples. And it's actually down on tape.